I really need y'all to be paying close attention to what's happening. I know it's overwhelming. I know the news is just a constant onslaught of just, I don't know, chaos. But this occurred yesterday.
That is going through Title I through IDEA programs.
What's that stand for?
Do you know what? I'm not sure I can tell you exactly what it stands for, except that it's the programs for disabled
Okay.
and needs.
Individuals with
Yes.
Disabilities Act, I think. Yeah.
That is,
I'm guessing. I don't
yes,
know. I don't know all my acronyms. I've been here for 30 years. You should
this is my
know the
fifth day
meaning.
on the job.
You know what's wild? The fact that this administration and everyone that supports this administration has been making bold claims that DEI has destroyed this country and has allowed individuals to get jobs in professional fields and expertise fields without having the qualifying experience or education, saying that they got it because of their race or their gender or their sexual orientation. And yet, here we have Linda McMahon, who is the newly appointed Secretary of the Department of Education, who, as she espouses, has only been on the job for 5 days, but somehow does not have the expertise and education to know what IDEA is, which is directly applicable to her job. Isn't that interesting? And the fact that today, Wednesday, March 12th, the Department of Education has shuttered its doors to its employees since 6 p.m. last night and basically given no guidance on what's going on, but simply have been informed that as of this evening and probably tomorrow morning, roughly 50% of the Department of Education employees will no longer have a job, gutting the Department of Education. At the same time, we're watching people cheer on the said destruction of the Department of Education while simultaneously not even knowing what the Department of Education does because they've never, I don't know, Googled it or read about it. And they seem to think that the federal Department of Education is indoctrinating children and controlling the curriculum. No, fun fact, that's a state issue. That happens at the state level, at your state's Department of Education. They seem to think that they're throwing money willy-nilly at failing school systems. Also false. They fund schools that have a high number of special education students, for example, with the IDA program. They give money to schools that are in densely populated areas with military personnel that have their military children who are transient go into their schools. They get federal funding for that. They have funding that they give to schools that have unhoused populations, so people that are also transient because they don't live in a physical house. They may live in a car, or they may be couch hopping, or they may be living in hotels on top of other families. That is what the federal department is. They also ensure that we do not have discrimination, that a state cannot withhold education opportunities from students and families based on things like race and gender and religion, and the list goes on. They do a lot of good. They also allow for children like mine to have opportunities to attend college. In fact, right now, colleges across the nation are finding out that they may have to tell their graduate students, students that have been working their asses off to be professionals in their field, that they may no longer have an opportunity to acquire said graduate program and they may be kicked out of it next year. They have students that may be finding out in the near future that they don't have federal funding to continue paying tuition to the school that they earned their opportunity to get into. So it's amazing to me that the administration, screaming about DEI, quite literally put a woman with zero understanding of what anything is over the Department of Education to dismantle it and destroy it so that other people that have also earned their opportunities do not get those opportunities. It is never about diversity, equity, inclusion. It is about opportunities, making sure that everyone has a level footing and the same opportunity to pursue their dreams, to pursue their education, to pursue their career. They don't want you to have that. And I really hope that you're paying attention and you are calling every single day to your representative, to your senator. Shoot, call the Department of Education while you're at it. Okay? Give Linda McMahon a little call. Maybe, I don't know, tell her what IDA means.